So as everyday Americans struggle to put food on the table and they worry about their jobs because Trump wants to basically fire everyone and replace you all with robots, what do? We bail out Argentina. These are the headlines right now. The U.S. just bailed out Argentina. Treasury Secretary confirms we're talking about billions of dollars. And remember, the government shut down and supposedly we don't have enough money for healthcare, but wow, we got plenty of money to bail out Argentina. Great. If you've been following this story, you'll remember this is Milei, president of Argentina. Trump is basically trying to save Milei, keep Milei in power. That's a dude hanging out with Elon Musk. Elon Musk has got the chainsaw. And remember, their whole goal is to fire everyone and replace you all with AI and robots. And I know it sounds stupid, but that is actually their goal, replace you with AI and robots. Now we're bailing this dude out. And if you've been following this also, you'll know, I guess his sister is corrupt. It says Javier Milei embroiled in corruption scandal, tying his sister to alleged bribes. Great. So let's just bail out the whole family while we're out there. U.S. makes peso purchase in controversial Argentina rescue. And I've been noticing something that Trump's strategy is always to flood the zone to get you looking at the left hand while the right hand is stealing. Guys, this is real money. $20 billion. U.S. Treasury intervenes in Argentina's currency market. Great. Let's help Argentina. And so what we did today, and I talked about it, we have to talk about it, but I think we're just announcing these effectively probably going to end up being bogus charges against Letitia James, the DOJ, right? This kind of stuff. We'll be all focusing on that. We'll be ignoring the Argentina bailout. Again, when Americans are struggling, what do? We bail out Argentina. Isn't this ridiculous? Trump threatens to use government shutdown to cut popular Democrat programs. So they're going to be fighting over that. Why are you cutting this? Why are you cutting that? Right? And so while we're doing that, I guess it's to save money to bail out Argentina. I guess that's the plan. And then obviously as Trump has half the IRS go home, what do? We start encouraging everyone to get into crypto, 75 billion. Wow, let's all get into crypto, everyone. And if you haven't noticed, I'm a bit pissed off on this because we should be talking about this stuff. And I promise you, everyone's going to be talking about Trump farted and I don't know, probably Bondi farted. And I'm pretty sure Hegseth farted as well. But guys, don't ignore the money stuff. Why are we bailing out Argentina? Well, let's read it. I'm actually kind of curious. What does it say? The Trump administration finalized plans for a financial rescue. Great. Of Argentina on Thursday. Again, when Americans are struggling, we're rescuing Argentina. That's our goal, I guess. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said he had taken the rare step of directly buying Argentine pesos in global currency markets in a bid to relieve pressure on the nation's embattled President Javier Milei. So they're trying to keep Milei in power. He was, as it says, an enthusiastic supporter of President Trump. And Milei... He goes to all the parties and crap, and it's weird. The guy's weird. The whole thing is, I gotta control myself. I'll just say this, guys. Bessent wrote this long post about how much we need to save Argentina, for real. And when you read through this stuff, this is from Scott Bessent's own words. He says, to that end, today we directly purchase Argentine pesos. Additionally, we have finalized a $20 billion currency swap framework with Argentina's central bank. The U.S. Treasury is prepared immediately to take whatever exceptional measures are warranted to provide stability to markets. That is Bessent's own words, right? They want to take whatever exceptional measures are warranted, right? And this is all, we'll do whatever it takes to save Argentina. And I know how this is going to play out. Fox News will completely ignore it. The MAGA people, hey, you guys are doing a good job. You're arresting delivery drivers and you're arresting, cooks. Oh, good job, guys. And they won't even talk about this because, like, if you tell people the truth on this stuff, hey, go home. We don't need you in the government. We're going to fire everyone. We're going to replace you with robots. And if you tell people the truth, hey, by the way, we're bailing out Argentina. I'm pretty sure even MAGA would be upset by that. So that's why they won't even mention it. I promise you. And I know why that is. Watch this.
On the Republican line, Fort Belvoir, Virginia. Samantha, you're on with Speaker Johnson.
Hi, Mr. Johnson. So my question or comments are related to what you said yesterday about not being open to pass any legislation to ensure that military gets paid. I'm sure you can tell by my voice I'm very shaky. Just want you to hear a little bit about my family. I have two medically fragile children. I have a husband who actively serves this country. He suffers from PTSD from his two tours in Afghanistan. if we see a lapse in pay come the 15th, my children do not get to get the medication that's needed for them to live their life, because we live paycheck to paycheck. I heard you earlier say that you side with President Trump on anything that he says. Well, I just read an article this morning that said he absolutely wholeheartedly believes that there needs to be legislation put in so that we do not miss a paycheck. You have the power to do that. And as a Republican, I'm very disappointed in my party, and I'm very disappointed in you, because you do have the power to call the House back. You did that, or you refused to do that just for a show. I am begging you to pass this legislation. My kids could die. We don't have the credit because of the medical bills that I have to pay regularly. You could stop this, and you could be the one that could say military's getting paid. And I think that it is awful, and the audacity of someone who makes six figures a year to do this to military families is insane.
And that's a Republican. That's one of Trump's people, right? And guys, I always make this clear. I want everyone to get paid, to be treated fairly. This isn't a left or right issue. I mean, it's just being decent people. Shouldn't we just pay our people, keep our promises, and just think about this. Let this stuff sink in. I mean, this poor woman's just like saying, I can't even take care of my family. My husband serves the country. You won't even pay us? What the heck is going on? I don't even know what to say. You know, I try my best to educate people, and it's frustrating because guys, I look at this stuff every day. Everything on social media is turned into memes because everyone has short attention spans, and it's basically the dumbing down of America. And while America's getting more and more dumb, like freaking bailing out Argentina when just Americans who are serving the country are struggling. I mean, shouldn't you be upset? I don't know what's wrong with people these days. I think honestly, the Trump people have blinded their base so much with racism that they get caught up and it's like, I'm just gonna blame black and brown people whenever. And guys, don't think I don't know. I lived in rural USA. I know exactly how it is. I really do. And the craziest crap about this stuff is, I try my best just to help people. Like, education is what it is. And like I said, I want people to get paid. I mean, it's just basic. We can't even do the basic stuff in USA. Like what are we doing? It's just so crazy. And, that's why I could try to go through the details of this stuff. I know a lot of people don't care. You're going to talk about what's going on with Trump's hand, what's going on with Trump's stupid tweet about Bondi. Did it leak out? Was it a text? Like, guys, I really know. I see what's going on. It's frustrating, I mean, we're talking about billions of dollars. Let's just save Argentina. But for those of you who do want to learn the truth, that's why we go through this stuff together in detail, because I think it matters. Quote here, this is Besant. The U.S. Treasury is prepared immediately to take whatever exceptional measures are warranted to provide stability to markets. This is all about saving Argentina, I guess, while our military families suffer. Along with intervening to prop up the sagging peso, which has lost more than 27%. So we're saying the Argentine currency is crashing, so therefore I guess we have to save them. Its value against the dollar this year, the U.S. has finalized a $20 billion currency swap with Argentina's central bank. The agreement, essentially a loan of $20 billion, followed by Besant, called 4 days of intensive meetings. So I guess we meet with them. If you want to hear a different point of view on this is someone from the Obama administration. I'd like to hear different point of views. Economist Brad Setzer, who served in the Treasury during the Obama administration, questioned the decision to buy pesos when we're buying pesos. Like, what is going on? We can't even pay our people when we're buying pesos. Great. Buy pesos when many investors consider it likely to lose value. So we're buying a falling knife in financial terms, and said it was a bad idea to lend money to a nation that has a long history of reneging on its government debt, right? Argentina's been through this game before, and I guess we're all going to get in it with them, because great. Argentina has defaulted on or restructured its sovereign debt 5 times since 1982. So basically, the Milei guy who hangs out with Elon Musk, and they're talking about chainsawing everyone's job, and this country has a history of not paying the people back. It's like that family member who keeps asking you for money, and whenever you give him money, it's like a black hole. And I'm sure y'all know someone like that, right? And eventually you figure out, don't give them money. So it's basically like you're just going to sink with them. And this is also a quote here: lending money to Argentina is easy. Getting repaid is what's hard. And I think that basically tells the full story. I'm sorry I get upset on this stuff, but honestly, I think everyone should be upset. And it's multiple things going on. It's like every single day. And, this one, unfortunately, I think is probably going to be covered up. I doubt many people on Fox realize they'll be talking about it. But yes, the USA is bailing out Argentina, 20 billion, maybe more. Who knows? Because as Besson says, we'll do whatever it takes, whatever exceptional measure, right? That's my thoughts on this. I want to hear yours, and I'll catch you on the next video.